Hi guys, welcome back to Awakening with Stacy. I hope you all are doing well. We are going to do a solstice energy check-in since it is tomorrow on Father's Day. I thought we would check in on the energies. As we know, since the eclipse, so many things are changing for a lot of us. People, places, things are changing. Energy is changing. Contracts are changing. So let's just see what we get in the energies that are coming in. We'll get some. What I want to start with. My healing deck. I hope you all are doing amazing, and I wish all of you fathers a happy Father's Day. Things have been very busy for me. I am booked up next week for readings, but I do have openings for the following week. So get with me if you would like one of those. We have sadness that came out. I think that's a collective thing going on right now, especially if you're, going through the awakening process and having ascension symptoms. And there's been a lot of headaches and third eye pain and body aches. And yesterday I had an ugly cry all day. So it matched what was going on with the weather around me. I cried pretty much all day long, but sometimes a girl's got to just cry. It helps sometimes. But what are you sad about things that you can or cannot change? Are you sad about the people being taken out of your life? I can see that. It hurts, it really does. But some people are being clipped out of our life for a reason, to help us grow on this journey. And the harder, it's like sand, the more you hold on to it, the faster you lose it. If you just let it sit, then you'll be able to keep it longer. But there are so many people that need to let go of things that no longer serve them because you've grown. You're more enlightened. You've done work on yourself. So things are going to be eclipsed out one way or the other. Honor your sadness for it and honor the tears when they come, but try not to stay in that energy because that lowers your vibration and then it changes everything. Well, we're going to get another one, or we're going to talk about sadness. Already called in spirit. Already blessed my area. Ooh. Yes. So at this time, when things are being eclipsed out and people are coming in and we're finding our soul tribe and we're trying to figure out what it is exactly where we're going, it's very important to use alchemy. And with alchemy, you are taking the dark and transforming it into light. You're taking the balance of light and dark and creating something beautiful out of it. So you need to take the sadness and recognize it for what it is, and take the light and the beauty that will come after the storm, right? The rainbow after the storm, and put them together and see what that creates for you in your life. What does that look like? Most of us don't know. And there's a lot of temptation right now. Mercury is getting ready to go to direct, but we will still be in the shadow period for a little bit after that. And there was a lot of temptation to go back to past things and to feel past hurts. And it brought a lot of sadness, and that's for sure. So where is your temptation to not change, to not let go? Because letting go is very important, and it's something that can take a lifetime to learn. But the temptation to go back because it's comfortable is not always the right thing to do for yourself. You're not growing if you're comfortable. You're growing when you're changing and you're transforming and you're using alchemy for the shadow and light side of yourself. So where is that temptation? What is that temptation for you? Whatever that is, look in the mirror and see if it's good for you. If it is good for you, maybe you are having trouble with the temptation because you're wearing a mask or because you're self-sabotaging yourself. Are you liking where you are? Are you loving the relationship that you're in? Do you find passion in all that you do? You know, those kinds of things. Excuse me. Sexuality. Okay, so are you honoring your sexuality in yourself? You know, what do you need? What kind of passion, what kind of intimacy are you getting? Are you dreaming of something you don't have? There's lots of dreams coming in for people. They're being able to finally know what it's like to astro travel, for instance. You know, balancing out your temptation being sexual, you know, sexuality, bringing it out in yourself, making yourself feel good. You know, what makes you feel good? What makes you feel the passion? You know, because when we feel passion from others or we feel passion for ourselves, then we feel better. We're wearing what we want. We're doing what we want. You know, or are you just dreaming about those things but not creating it into your reality? You know, your dreams are very important right now. Pay super attention to synchronicities in your dreams. They will tell you a lot on where you're really supposed to be right now. Changing decks. One more for this. Find your strength in your dreams. See who you really are. Not in this 3D matrix, but on a soul level. Is your soul broken? If it's broken, sit with it, heal it. And it's not going to heal overnight. To see the beauty within yourself. Unleash your creativity. If there is so much coming in right now for you to be creative, to express yourself, to be honest with yourself on who you are. You know, what is it that you want to create? What do you want to leave for the world to see on who you are? Changing, being the change you want to see in the world. You know, as cliche as that is, it is so very true. These energies are teaching us this, to find ourselves, and it's causing sadness in the collective. It really is. Take off your mask. Where are you wearing a mask in your life? You know, is it at your job? Are you at a job you really hate? Are you in a relationship that you really hate? And bet you keep the mask on because it's safer. It keeps everyone happy. It keeps everything in tune. Now, are you wearing a mask for against yourself? Do you even realize that you're wearing a mask for the world? You know, to thy own self be true. And how teachable are you? Are you willing to learn from others? Are you willing to learn from your mistakes? Are you willing to take the things that didn't work out and change them for yourself and create something different? Are you willing to look at someone and learn the lessons from their life? Are you willing to look at things from a different perspective to teach you something about yourself? Because everything we go through, all the sorrows, all the pain, all the brokenness in our soul is to teach us something. So how teachable are you? Are you just going to clam up and be like, my life sucks, there's so much sorrow, nothing's ever going to change, and that's it? Well, This energy is not going to let you do that. The harder you fight against it, the harder it's going to be on you, the sadder you're going to become. So you're going to have to learn to flow with this energy. It is going to be very important for you to do so. See what the tarot has to say. Hopes. What are your hopes and wishes? You are the star of your own life. As I've said many, many times, you run the show of your life. What characters do you want it? What do you want? What do you want the movie to be about? If you're the star and you're writing the story of your life every day, what do you want it to say? Do you want to be proud of that? Are you proud of who you are? And even if you're not, this energy will help you take alchemy and change and create beautiful things. And it's going to, and yes, like I said, people leaving your life and closing out chapters that no longer serve you is painful. Have that ugly cry day. I definitely had an ugly cry day yesterday. It happened. And I don't like crying anymore. I get mad at myself, and then I have to give myself empathy that I'm allowing a feeling and the pain to come to the surface to cry it out. I try not to stay in that pain very long because it will imprison you. It will imprison you in your mind. You will think that you don't deserve something or that you weren't worthy enough of something. And it could be a certain day. It could be, it's a date on the calendar that you just know is going to be a day that upsets you because you don't feel worthy enough, or you're lacking something, or you're missing something. Don't imprison yourself. Look at the beauty that could be going on for other people for that day, not the lack of something you don't have, because nothing is ever too far for you to reach. Even if it's just you can't see it in the 3D reality, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Relationships are being tested right now, all sorts of relationships, friendships, marriages, your tribe, finding your tribe, who your people are, not feeling imprisoned. And I think that is a big thing right now when it comes to, like I've spoke about, love. Are you in the right relationship? Are you feeling fulfilled? Are you having passion for that? Because if not, if you have to wear a mask to be in your own relationship, and you can't say how you feel, and you can't do what you want to do because if someone else is not, or is going to have an opinion or make your life hell over it, it will be eclipsed out, because then you're living in imprisonment, and we're not supposed to be living and we're not supposed to be staying in our minds and living in a world that makes us feel imprisoned. We're going past that. The energies are going to push us past that. So you're going to have to look at the relationships in your life. Are they good for you? Are they healthy for you? How do they make you feel at the end of the day? Are they inspiring you? Do you feel it in your heart space when you think of that person? Or do you think of pain and pain only when you think of that person? And there's different kinds of relationships, and going back to what kind of legacy do you want to leave for the people who know you? Do you want them to think, well, she stuck it out, he stuck it out, they stuck it out for the kids? No, they stuck it out because family, they stuck it out because of a business. No, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It will be eclipsed out of your life, and this energy is here to do that. And you're going to have to use your intelligence, your intellect, to know what is good for you and what is not good for you, and who is good for you and who is not good for you. And sometimes the people we want to be good for us just aren't good for us. They're not meant to be in our life. They were meant to be there for a certain period of time to teach us a lesson, to give us balance, to love us. But that doesn't mean that they're contracted for the rest of our life. When your soul contracts in with people and you need to go on, or they were there for a certain amount of time, a certain length, whatever, however that works for you. Let them go with ease. Love yourself. Know that nothing will be taken away that's supposed to be in your life. It may change, it may look different, but and it may leave you sad, but you have to be the leader of your own mind, a leader of your own relationships, who not everyone has the same perspective. And if you're dealing with people who have no idea what your perspective is or how you're looking at things, but yet you're keeping a mask on to keep the peace, you're not being the leader. You're not even leading yourself yet. I can't tell you how many times I've done a reading or I've talked to people and they stay in marriages and relationships for children. And that never works, because all you're doing is teaching your children to sacrifice their own happiness and their own passion. And your kids will, do you want your kids to do that? Do you want them to truly be happy, or do you want them to just suck it up and deal with it because of the decision they made? Yes, marriage is sacred, but people change. These energies are going to make people change. And you want your children to understand love, unconditional love. And if two people aren't making it work and they're not happy, kids will later on say they would rather their parents not be together at all than be together because they were unhappy. And kids want their parents to be truly happy, and they will see it. They will see it. And if you want victory in this energy that's coming in, and you want to grow your soul, reach your highest potential, you want the victory in yourself, then you have to take the mask off and be honest with yourself, completely honest with your soul and what it truly wants. And we're all working on this every day, no matter how conscious you are. It's a decision. What is that decision for you? Because you're the magician. You can change everything by changing your perception of what these relationships mean to you. What these things, are they filling up your cup as much as you're filling up their cup? Is it one-sided? And this goes for all relationships, family relationship, friend relationships, lover relationships, all of that. You have to be the magician and decide what you want. What do you want? You want to be able to celebration, having all your needs met, to be happy when you go home, have work not being work, but being something that you enjoy doing. Don't self-sabotage your own happiness for the sake of material things, someone's opinion, how someone's going to feel about something you do or say. I will never understand when people get into relationships and they consider that, oh, well, that's mine. They can't do anything that I don't want them to do. And they're okay with that. You should be able, if you can't be in a relationship and be free to be you and be free to be honest, then you're wearing a mask in that relationship. And in the long term, you're sabotaging yourself and you're sabotaging them from their true happiness. Because what we think about is what we manifest. And that's why so many people have all these different things going on and they don't know who they are and they don't know who they love and they don't know how to express it, because they think they have to hold back who they are for the sake of of another in all areas of life. And all that will do is cause you sadness. It will cause you to be off balance. It will cause you to have a deeper tower. And the longer that you put off taking that mask off, the longer it's going to take for you to feel the passion and ecstasy in your own life, in your life, your soul's journey, what you came here to do. What is that? Listen to the Sphinx. Watch out for the synchronicities. Watch out for your dreams. Who do you want to be? Are you happy where you are? And when the sadness comes and you got to do the ugly cry for the day, pick yourself up the next day and know that there's always something better. You're always creating. You're always deciding what you will and will not deal with. And we're always changing to be better versions of ourselves. And if we are not, these energies are going to come in to push you to have tower moments to where you have no choice but to figure out what's best for you. And I've said it before, it's better to do it yourself than to have the universe do it. And these energies are coming in strong, guys. And like I said, they're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. What you think may be hard now, if you don't temper, alchemize, and temperance yourself, it will be done for you. And the hole in your heart will only get bigger until you decide to take time to love yourself, to see who you are, what it is you want, and what is best for yourself. Stop thinking, I'll put it off for another day, because every day is a day to learn. Every day is a day to love yourself. Every day is a day to find your tribe. Who is that? One card for the collective, please. Creativity again, peace, victory, joy, and healing. Everything I just said. So if you want victory, if that is just feeling whole within inside a broken soul, you have to do the shadow work. You have to do the healing. You have to go into those deep, dark spaces that you don't want to go to. The things you think, oh, well, I'm just going to leave that in the past. I don't want to look at that no more. I don't want to look at that person anymore. You have to still heal the pain that you caused or they caused, however that works out. You have to close out those chapters correctly. When people are being taken out of your life, make sure that you're healing those relationships as well. Even if the other person doesn't want to do that, you can do that. You can do your side of the healing and then send healing to them. And then there comes the joy and the peace. Where is your peace? Is it within inside yourself? Where is your joy? Do you get excited waiting to see what the next day holds? Or are you just doing the same thing over again every day because it's routine? Is that joy for you? If it is, great. If it is not, start finding your joy so you can find your peace within inside. And who brings that to you? Who you want to share that with? Who's truly the love that you need? And I shall celebrate and I shall rise. I will let victory make me wise. We got this in my last reading. You have to be able to take the hits, take the failures, take the things that hurt and let them make you wiser. So the next time that situation or something similar comes up, You know what to do. You can take a pause, do the alchemy with it, confirmation, do the alchemy with it, and love yourself through it. Confirmation again. So I just wanted to say, I hope you guys are having a great Saturday, and happy Father's Day to everyone out there again for tomorrow, the masculines or the moms who do it alone. I love you all so much. And until the next time, bye guys.